Let's snazz up the oatmeal cookies by adding some wolfberry and coconut to it. Here's our recipe. 1/2 cup lard, 1 cup sugar, 1 large egg, 2 teaspoons water, and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Blend those all together. And again, remember you're starting with your large sugar and then your liquids, and you finish off with your dry ingredients. So our dry ingredients are 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 cup oatmeal, 3/4 cup einkorn flour, and then the things that we're adding to snazz it up, 1 cup wolfberry and a 1/2 cup of coconut. Once we have this all mixed together, we're going to drop it by the teaspoonful on a baking sheet or stone. Then preheat and bake the oven to 350 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. Another thing my mother taught me is that you should pull all your ingredients together before you mix up your dough. You're supposed to do that because you may find out that you are missing a critical ingredient. You're going to hear me say this with every batch of cookies that I teach you how to make. Cream your sugar and lard first, then add your liquids, then add your dry ingredients. It's the best way to get the best cookie possible. Notice that I added the coconut, the einkorn flour, oatmeal, baking soda, and salt all together at the same time. Oh yeah, and baking powder too. Those are some of the dry ingredients that I frequently add right after I have my ingredients creamed. Doesn't this look good? I'm now ready that I can add the berries. What's this? Why is there cinnamon bark vitality sitting on top of the wolfberries? Oh, I'm making a last-minute change on you. So if you have cinnamon bark vitality, go grab it from the cupboard and add 2 drops into your dough. That'll give it a little extra kick. I know I said in my other video that I normally don't use a blender whenever I add something like berries into my dough. But, I figured I'd try it for you guys so that you would know if you can do it or not. So our question is, are we going to use the mixer blender with the berries or not? Either way, it doesn't matter. A few of them did get chopped up a little bit, but look at all those delicious berries. I used a teaspoon scoop to drop them onto my baking stone, or if you use a baking sheet. You may be asking, why is my baking stone on top of tin foil in an outside wood grill? And that's because my oven was acting up. I wanted to protect the stone from all the extra smoke, so I put the tin foil on the bottom of it. And this wood stove, I have the ability to set an approximate temperature on it, which is very different from the wood stove that my great-great-grandmother baked on. They just put wood in and started it up and sort of watched the cookies a lot so that they didn't get burned. So here we are, baking old style on a wood grill. One of the nice things about baking on a stone is that the cookies do not burn as easily. So here they are. As I opened them up to check them, they look nice and golden brown and they didn't burn. So I'm going to take them off the grill and get ready to do the next process. When cooking with a stone, you have to remember to let them set before you start to take them off. I usually forget with the first 1 or 2 and the cookies fall apart. It's not very nice. So if you give them time to rest and set a little bit, then they will come right off nice and clean. None of them broke as I pulled them off. Darn, I always like it when 1 or 2 break before the cooling time, because then I get to have 1 cookie hot out of the oven. You gotta taste test it a little bit, don't you? But you can see, look at all those red wolfberries coming through the cookies. Just for you, I broke one off so that I could taste test it. Did you buy that? Huh? Did you buy it? Okay, yeah. Even if they all look good, I have to taste test one. That's just what you do when you're baking. Ta-da! Introducing oatmeal wolfberry coconut cookies with a dash of cinnamon. Mmm.